Welcome back to the second part of this week's Wrestling with Mom's Basement podcast. I almost fumbled through that. I am Patrick Young. This guy to my right, once almost threw a glove at Jeff Hardy, Joe Venuto.
Almost?
No, you did throw a glove at Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
It missed. It more or less.
Oh, I know why he beat.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, it was December 8th, 2008. We were outside of Wells Fargo Center parking lot. Apparently, I filmed the story.
You could have just left it. I was gonna give. We could have just gave him that story mystique.
It was a cold.
And I eventually did a Q&A and asked, "Oh yeah, why'd you throw your glove at Jeff Hardy?"
It was a cold, blistery day. I think. Well, I don't know what you call it that, so. But it was cold, and where I had to cover my hands with gloves. That's besides the point. And back then, we were allowed to stand above them. We have two parking lots for wrestlers. Back then,
it was the Slimies in 2008,
to be exact. So all the stars right down.
Apparently, we are trying to the story.
And this is also the same role where last week you just found out how Kelly had a conversation.
Yes.
So now
the same show.
Right. So now earlier that day, we see at Wells Fargo Center we have two parking spots for wrestlers. We have the one where there's easy access to meet them, and then one where there's not. Now we're not allowed to stand at the one where there's not no more.
But at that point you could stand over, right. And then went to the garage in the arena.
So at that point,
if you remember when DX had a barbecue on the 4th of July, we were technically like standing over that. Like there was a nice place to stand. Right over that.
Right. Can't do that no more.
No.
And so we have a cold day, and the wrestlers are showing up. And in this particular car, where there's Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, our friend.
That joke.
Yes. I was going to reveal it, but apparently I was being solid.
Keep some mystique.
Alright.
Fine, go ahead.
It has to go with our production team.
Go ahead.
Alright, fine.
You're telling the whole story anyway.
Our friend Isaiah got very excited when he seen Matt Hardy. Matt!
That is what he said as soon as he saw him.
Mr.
Jeff, Mr. Kennedy, R-Truth. Matt!
Right. If you saw R-Truth, I was going to call him everything. Mr. Kennedy and R-Truth, yes.
Sit about that high, too.
Right. And Jeff may be my favorite wrestler of all time.
Is.
We'll find out when we do a list of one day on a special edition of the podcast. More than likely is. So anyway.
Probably around Mania.
Right, yeah. So anyway. Now if I remember okay, now you know the Divas division kind of sucked at the time. Look. Well, there were some good gems in that division. So, our other friend, Maury, who hopefully is okay in the wake of the hurricane going their way. See, I can be nice to him. Thought out of his eyes across the way, Melina and Eve, who, right?
Melina and
Mickey.
Thought.
Right, okay. It turned out to be Eve and the Bella Twins.
And I had a huge crush on Melina.
Right, and everybody loves Mickey stuff.
Yes.
And Melina. So, we all run over.
It's probably the fastest I ran that far too.
It's the fastest he's ran. I at least in the last 11 years. At least in the last 11 years, I know you. It's the fastest you ran. So congratulations. I also ran fast for Jeff at Light Champions 2009. That's
it was cold and I sort of lost my breath.
Yes. And so he runs.
And then the Bella Twins and Eve.
Maury runs. Isaiah runs without his bag. So now I end up with Isaiah's bag and my bag. So I'm picking everything up. I take my glove off for a bit. I have a glove on. My hand was itching. I took my glove off. The big gust of wind comes. And swoosh. Down it goes, and Jeff just looks at me.
I thought you said, Jeff, here's my glove.
No. And Jeff just looked at it and waved or smiled. I don't know who's going to sing right that point. So, probably felt bad for the little kid. And then we run over, and it was Eve circa 2008, which is hot, but not neat. She's not good Eve. And the Bella Twins who isn't Nikki Bella 2015 on. So
Yeah, this is implantless Nikki Bella.
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about talent-wise, but I actually like Nikki Bella. But yes, that is the story. I didn't care for the belts was even as much as
When did belts in 2015?
2016 on it for me. But Nikki was a band in 2015. I just underrated her because I don't know what they were doing with the Divas Championship, breaking AJ Lee's record on purpose. That's fine. But Nikki wasn't bad. Nikki had proved at that point. But she was trying to breach.
Was that 2016?
That was 2015.
Alright.
Sharp, the Divas Revolution started in 2015. Bree still hasn't improved. Now she's supposed to come back and she's training with Brian at the house, so maybe she is having a ring belt.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan of Bree like that, but I do like Bree. So you're good, Bree. Or Bree mode. But yes, that's the story of my glove and
You're
Jeff.
saying way too many inside jokes. No, you explain this one.
But now, if you want something where I run fast, we'll save that for another time. The fastest time I
That's
ever
another
run.
Jeff Hardy story. We'll save that for another time.
In the same parking lot, too.
Yes.
But in the one where you can be wrestlers.
Yes.
But now,
I can tell you that story later.
yes. We have.
But however, we have to get to Raw versus SmackDown for us this week.
Yes, we do.
And then we have to do NXT and 205 Live afterwards.
Right. And I'm selling it for some reason. And also, we have throwback pay-per-views too this week. Excuse me.
That'd be part 3, but this part...
But it's
Raw
already
versus
part
SmackDown.
70. At the rate we're done
Yes.
telling the story, so let's get to it.
Yeah, we wasted like 6.5 minutes.
But it's a very good story. If you want the full stories of our adventures, we might be maybe
Maybe one day we'll write a book.
we will be in the parking lot in the Royal Rumble weekend, at least for Taker, Philadelphia, and Royal Rumble itself.
Yeah.
I'll be camping out all 4 days. Yeah, I'll have to work, but I'll be camping out all 4 days.
I might try to do Monday or Tuesday.
Right.
Because I have to work.
But I'll be all around the state following them.
After a week I spent in California for Christmas. So.
And there's a good chance it's colder there in California than we'll be. So.
Yeah.
Now moving on. Where was I? Oh, yes.
Raw versus SmackDown.
Thank you. This is the Battle for Branch of Privacy for the week of September 7th. It is September 7th, right?
Yeah.
September 8th, my bad. It's not September 7th. Weekend is September 8th. Features some...
Second week of
Fourth, yeah.
third. That would be the Sunday.
Yeah, but the shows,
Alright,
the
fine,
show
yeah.
week 4.
Fourth, yeah.
Features some superb wrestling this week. And actually interesting storyline developments and quality and room work from both shows.
Yes, he wrote a script.
Yeah, well, it's easier for me to follow because I get tongue-tied when I'm trying to think. With that said, only one show could win. We'll be rolling with a steel cage main event between Braun and Big Show, and an all-verbal encounter with Cena and Roman. Or SmackDown provide a stronger counter this week with Shinsuke Nakamura or Randy Orton for the first time ever, and cut on Shane McMahon drama. Now, these are the reasons why I put why Raw. The flagship show, WWE had a big taste of trying to get interest for a holiday show on Labor Day, which they don't care about. It was headlined by a major steel cage main event and an Intercontinental Championship match between Jeff Hardy and The Miz. The show posed best foot forward, providing a quality broadcast for those who did tune in. It's just a holiday, people. It's just like any other thing.
Why did you wave?
No, I said for those who did tune in, and that was the thing. Just did you tune in?
Yeah, I was here with you.
Well, then wave to the people. Okay, you just shot them. We are sorry for our attempted murders.
Apparently, I just like doing the gun thing.
I didn't know that. Neither did you.
Yeah.
Alright, one of the first highlights, Braun. Overall.
I gotta get used to that. But go on.
Braun Strowman continued his path of destruction on the road to no mercy, defeating Big Show on hard hand and steel, and hard full steel cage match. The battle culminated when a monster among men, that's Braun, pinned the world's largest athlete, the Big Show. When Rob House returned down to the latest chapter in the build of Braun to versus Brock. Enter match, put exclamation point, Braun through the future Hall of Famer right through the side cage and stood triumphantly and dominantly close the broadcast. Raw's creative team does continue to find ways to make Braun even more of a beast than he has been presented over the last year. He does amaze with every feat with all his strength, and he brings intensity to every performance. And there's a reason why he's gotten over with what he is, and a lot has to do with the way he handles the stuff that Creative gives him. As long as he can continue to build momentum for himself, and where he does well to lose, it is highly unlikely that the Mercy match will be his last main event match for the champion. It won't be the last time he finds something in the title picture.
Yeah.
Win or lose.
I've really liked Braun Strowman the last year or so. I like that instead of just saying what he is, he's actually had moments to back that up. He is a monster on man. He flips an ambulance. He throws Big Show out through a cage. It was an awesome moment to see, and I can't wait to see more of it.
Yeah, and also off topic, well, kind of on topic, a lot of veterans can learn from Big Show, but Big Show's done for Braun. I'm about to say that in the news, but yeah, because Big Show's put Braun over in every single match. Yes. He didn't have to win one to lose his credibility, to try and keep his credibility, because Big Show already has credibility. So, to that too. Another highlight from Roman Reigns and John Cena's verbal spat. Number 2. Everyone chapter this week, the rivalry Raiders Cena picked up a win over, I will stick to Jason Jordan's best ally since this push start against John Cena. Roman and Cena hurled insults at each other and continued building anticipation for the WrestleMania main event and No Mercy. They took those personal digs and professional digs again. This started reminding me when Cena was feud with The Rock at WrestleMania 28.
Yeah.
Where they're showing that there's no need for them to get physical before the actual match itself. Because fans are going to be invested in the program based on the words they're saying. And the show rolled itself back from it. And I am glad they're avoiding that entire booking problem of he hates this partner, two faces, but they hate their partner type deal, or the miscommunication spots leading to all-out brawls.
Yeah.
They're doing something different here with them.
Yeah, sort of did that with Cena and Batista.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I thought this promo between the two was much better than last week's. There wasn't as much whiny smart on a wrestling form as much, with less burial references and all this stuff. And I thought Roman actually brought it this week. I thought he was much stronger this week than he was last week. Cena is still obviously his side of the stuff's still gonna be good. But I thought Roman actually
had highlights
stepped up this week. Even with his zipper busted in his pants, he was able to turn that and saying, big dog, referring to his crotch size, as it were.
I wonder. These are the things I wonder about. Like, is he really a big boy?
Only Golina would know.
And she don't have a social media for us to ask.
I don't think she would answer it if she did.
Should we move on?
Yes.
Alright.
I think this is enough talking about Roman Reigns' penis, yes.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. I didn't know if I wanted to see if he had a big dog, like a pet. Because the last I know, Roman had Yorkies. He's the dirty-minded freak. Speaking of women, I'm actually going to mention the Raw woman. There's a shock. The match wasn't good. What I did like was actually they actually surprised what they did. The role reversal of the match. Blah, blah, blah. Alexa and Sasha for Emma and Nia. That sounded like Alexa and Sasha played the faces. Because, they got a team up.
I don't know that.
Yeah, nobody does. And then, they had a team up.
She needs to get a life.
To fight the evil heroines, and Emma and Nia try to steal their spot. But actually went a different route. Emma and Nia played the faces. So I did like that for a change, because Alexa and Sasha didn't really work together.
Yeah.
Because they shouldn't. Nia, Emma had a fight from underneath. Emma stole a win from Nia, then got laid out. Nia in particular just looked like the star out of the four in this form, because she dominated all three at the end. The change of pace is appreciated. The additions to the mat, Emma's addition to the title scene for the month is nice. It led to a more interesting dynamic as Sasha and Alexa put their differences aside to overcome the two of them. But the match wasn't good, but the idea that they attempted was. And the idea of Emma getting a little bit shine is at least decent enough, and she's going to lose.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Emma getting a pinfall victory over the Raw Women's Champion. She beat
Sasha.
She beat Sasha, the former Raw Women's Champion. I'm a big proponent of wanting to see Emma win. I don't think she will, but I'm a big proponent of seeing her at least get a win, especially over a former Raw Women's Champion at this point.
Yeah. But that's all really to say because the match sucked.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it was boring. It's not really a hit. It was just the idea that they executed was a hit.
Yeah.
And some I've got to write down because I'm stupid. The Intercontinental Championship match too, between Jeff Hardy and Miz did a lot for the Intercontinental title and the Miz himself.
Yes. I agree.
There's not really much I can add. Miz won as clean as he was going to over Jeff. Honestly, Miz won more clean than I thought he was going to.
Yeah.
And Jeff don't lose nothing because Marty still helped Miz.
Yeah.
She didn't really interfere. She won like.
Yeah, when Jeff was going for the swanton, she sort of like tapped Miz's hand when he was laying on the ground to tell him like, "Hey, get out of the way."
Though Colin Booker too, really made himself look stupid on commentary. With when Matt and Miz were going to sit that back, none of his size are even. Minus that gorgeous blonde just standing in the corner. Yeah.
I don't know how you picture how you see Bo and Axel. I get how you can see Matt, but I don't get how you can see Bo and Axel and not Marty's.
Right.
Somehow she doesn't stand out with those three.
Right, but yeah, but it was a very good match. And I think they left their title.
Yes.
I will only think the feud continues though, because even though Miz won as clean as possible,
It really wasn't.
The only other thing I can see is Matt getting a title shot. No mercy. Nobody else really makes sense at this point. Yeah. No. Why Smackdown? Smackdown did not have the pressure of building to the pay-per-view. But instead it did deliver a low show to sell up another low show for next week's show. Actually, there's probably more low show for next week.
Yeah.
Which I think is SmackDown's pay-per-view for the month, since the SmackDown. Because now, this weekend coming up, this Sunday, will be when SmackDown normally has their pay-per-view. So, SmackDown was headlined by the first time ever match to Nakamura Orton. And this week was actually a shining example of what SmackDown actually isn't focused on an endgame and why he's past eyes so wide. When SmackDown actually has an endgame, this show is the focus. First hit, Orton versus Nakamura. For the first time in their illustrious careers, Orton and Nakamura squared off for the right to challenge Jinder Mahal at Hell in a Cell, just like the John Cena one. I can't believe how stupid that sentence sounds. The match was heavily hyped on Tuesday's show. It lived up to expectations and served as yet another vehicle for Nakamura to capture the top prize in the business and bring legitimacy back to the belt, because Jinder is the chicken that one. The artist placed Orton with a Kid Sasha. Do Corey's impression, please.
Kid Sasha!
There we go. That's great to hear Corey with Nakamura.
Yes.
And he cashed the ticket to Hell in a Cell, not in a Hell in a Cell match. Orton would challenge Jinder and rematch at their SummerSlam match, which actually wasn't that bad. Just a quick ending. Heard.
Yeah.
But the match is probably Jinder's best at this point. The match, Nakamura further Nakamura's star, giving him a second victory over a ruthless aggression icon, Clean, in the center of the ring. That is a feat few have accomplished, being Orton and Cena clean.
I don't think there's many people that beat Orton and Cena
at all
within a month.
Yeah, and especially within a month.
1 to 2 months, I guess.
Yeah.
It's called safe.
Yeah, he's now become a main man in WWE Nakamura. It should be interesting to see if Nakamura It should be interesting if Nakamura dethrones the modern day Maharaja. Or if the company decides to roll with the Maharaja's champ. I think at this point Nakamura's going over there.
Yeah,
Now, but
my wide eyes aside,
You don't want to do it so what?
Well, maybe it's just what
you might have rewind
to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a great match.
It's probably the best match in the week this week.
I would actually disagree on that. I did really enjoy this match, but I think Raw had the best match. I actually thought Miz and Jeff was a much better match. Well, not much better, but a better match than Nakamura and Orton. Not taking anything away from them, because it was a great match.
It was Orton's best match since AJ.
Yes, I did like how.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they kept countering each other pretty quickly. Like, these are like the top guys on Smackdown in the main event seed, and they're so good that they're so good and even that they start countering their major stuff. Yeah, it was a good match, and I recommend seeing it.
I don't think Orton can get a lot of credit for this match, so I'll give it a credit. This is his best match since he fought AJ in the number one contenders match back on March 6th edition of SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with March 6th. That sounds like a fear me. But then when you got to work with Bray and Jinder, I understand why he won't be motivated.
Well, Bray...
Well, not so much Bray himself. Bray the Rambler and Jinder the failure. Then I understand why he won't be motivated. Until Orton's credit, he was motivated on the pay-per-views against Jinder.
Well, I don't think Bray and Orton's style necessarily lends itself to having
a good match.
An interesting match.
The feud was good. The Mania was good. Afterwards, you just saw
funny enough, I believe, minus that period with the Bujabi prison, I think Jinder and Orton's matches have actually gotten consistently better.
Yeah, I thought the best match was the Money Back match. And Bob at ringside and all the legends.
Actually, I thought their best match was Smackdown.
Oh yeah, that the one that didn't was on paper.
Yeah. I think he's gotten consistently better with Jinder. Jinder also has been improving in match quality. It's not like a total border fest with his matches recently. I've given him credit for that, and I'll continue to give him credit. He didn't have a match this week.
But the SmackDown was just saying every time Jinder was on wrestling, it shows better.
Yeah.
I mean, he has proven. He's still one of the worst wrestlers on the roster. He's proven. He would be perfect for the U.S. Championship.
Yes. I mean, in a division which AJ Styles, if you have a bad match with AJ Styles,
which he didn't,
you deserve to be fired.
He didn't have a bad match before with him either. So
in principle, if you have a bad match with AJ Styles, I'll lay this rule out for anybody. If you have a bad match with AJ Styles, you deserve to be fired.
I agree. Side note, though, am I the only one that knows this? This is not a knock on Jinder. Does he need like holes or something when he talks? Because I swear, every time because of promo, he's losing his voice. You know that, right? At first I thought it was just 1 week.
Yeah.
But he's always losing his voice. And it's the same promo. So, I'm not sure how you can lose your voice on the same promo. But overall, yeah, Jinder, you're getting better. Good for you. But
I think his character would vastly improve. I was talking to Joe about this. If he just goes completely over the top of everything he does. Like entrances, have a gigantic elephant walk him out on a pay-per-view. Have pyro that goes off and play it as though it went through a commercial break, and he's still in the ramp, still holding the belt, and pyro still shoot off behind him. Have the Sting Brothers completely roll out of the carpet for him. Have the Indian band dance behind him. Just completely over the top with Jinder. I mean, his first gimmick was that he was a rich Indian.
Alright.
Sell that. Just go back to it and sell that.
Yeah. I don't see him in the main event scene for a while. No, the title. I don't see him becoming a complete jobber like Jack Swagger did, though. Even though Swagger was better than him.
Yes.
All those stuff.
That's obvious.
Whatever, I'm not going to hinder on Jinder this week. I'm going to be nice and just move on. Next highlight.
Not going to hinder Jinder this week.
Shane O'Mac snaps. Kevin Owens knows how to press buttons and fear people. Case in point, Shane McMahon. The typically cool, calm manner of Shane played into Owens' play this week and threatened his own control over Smackdown Live on Tuesday nights. Shane allowed Owens later. Owens stated Shane's family would have been better off had he died in a helicopter accident that he was in weeks earlier. That unleashed the beast inside Shane, and Shane answered by physically assaulting his employee. And it earned him a suspension, resulting in the return of Vince to Tuesday nights next week, which I don't think has happened since the storyline with Ted Long and Drew McIntyre. Vince was SmackDown.
I believe you're right.
Yeah. But that means for Shane, I was built by the rivalry and makes me see all signs are pointing towards Hell in Cell on October 8th, and shut him between two.
Yeah. Vince on SmackDown is definitely a more unique sight in the WWE universe. The promo I actually thought was very good too. If there's one thing that infuriated a man, it's talking about his son in that manner, or his sons in that manner, or his kids in that manner. So I could believe that Shane would just go absolutely batshit insane and trying to beat up Owens for talking about his kids and like that. So in the grand scheme of Shane beatdowns, it's not always believable. This one I did see as a bit more believable. That and Shane's been looking freaking jacked as shit.
This week his chestless outfit
Yeah.
with see-through shirt, his arm.
I pointed out this to you in Barclays. So for some reason, Baron Corbin was wearing the referee shirt, and when he took it off and threw it in Shane, it was just sort of, it fit like normally. Shane puts it on, and it's tight as shit.
Yeah.
On Shane.
And then this week, Shane's arms look big.
Yeah.
And his chest was popping out. I don't know what Shane's doing.
He's pulling something out from his father's medicine bag, apparently.
Yeah. Moving on. The woman, again. On the main roster. Look at that.
Two shows in a row.
Right, this was actually good. This was actually a good match to go with it. Carmella's frustration. Following a screw up by James Ellsworth, those all closer to non-title match against this woman's champion Natalia. Real quick, we'll say Carmella did have a good performance here. I know I'm hard on Carmella in the ring, but I did think she had a solid performance against Natalia. Again,
because it's Natalia and not Naomi.
Yeah, Carmella then unleashed a verbal assault on the Chinless Wonder that certainly made him feel subhuman, as they said. As she called him. Moments later, later in chance, she gladly said his apology, pointed a big kiss on him, and followed him up with a harsh slap to the face. The change of her mind, a curious kiss, I guess, and her own slap made for interesting developments with Carmella's character, and left fans guess as to what may be next for the princess in Staten Island. Is the disdain for Ellsworth she demonstrated during the ring promo real, or was it claim and frustration? Or was there a thing brewing between the two? Is it like the nerd gets the girl type storyline?
No.
Oh wait, I actually wrote that. My bad. I forgot. I put why the kiss. What was the symbolism? Does she have feelings for Ellsworth, or was it a result of a predominantly male rating script in the 1980s nerd gets the girl storyline? And what was of the slap too? After she just.
I'm taking it as she's pretty much saying, guess what, I'm in charge now. I'm the captain. I make all the decisions. When that was probably when that was probably the whole thing.
To begin with.
Yeah, to begin with. James Ellsworth wanted Carmella. That's the way I always took that. He had a huge infatuation with her. She sort of took him under her wing and benefited from what James Ellsworth did for her. Like, climbed up the ladder, got the briefcase, and threw it down to her. Yeah, she's been using them the entire time, and this, she's sort of reaffirming her dominance, like, this, you're my bitch, you do what I say, and you're gonna sit there and take whatever I throw at you.
Right. The questions do have to be answered now in a couple weeks, so for the second development.
In essence, she's saying she's the HBIC.
The head bitch in charge.
Yes.
I got that right. I know what the cool is now. The biggest boss for me this week. Never recently been Smackdown. This week done when you're the role. The biggest match for me this week goes to Raw, which continues to push Enzo Amore as the babyface savior of the Cruiserweight division, despite the fact he's grown less likable every pace of the week. Generally speaking, anytime he has a microphone in front of his face at this point,
It's starting to travel on TV too. Like, you can tell, like, yeah, I can see why the main roster,
yeah,
the Raw roster thinks he's annoying.
he's destined to say something stupid. That helps the audience dislike him a little more. Rather than count his greatest qualities, whatever they are, which is always told him. He comes across as a bragger now. I guess everything we read about him and heard about him, it's just kind of true. He sounds like a cocky, arrogant guy everyone and their mothers kind of humble once to get knocked the hell out. He runs his mouth for so little, says so little, slows this down that the idea of pushing him in the TV show up is more appealing to watch him and talk for a second. And portray him as a liar, cheater, and thief in the same reign as someone like Eddie Guerrero will do him no favors either.
Yes.
Steve fans do not care about him, nor are they emotionally invested in what he does, to the same extent they were with Eddie. The love for Eddie came organically. The only thing Enzo aspires is the overwhelming urge to shut him up.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's a terrible, terrible, terrible choice for me, for the Raw roster.
So you know what they said?
It's probably one of the worst choices, book choices in WWE. The reason why Eddie's lie, cheating, and stealing thing got over so well is because Eddie Guerrero is naturally so damn likable. Just listen to any shoot interviews about Eddie Guerrero. Most of them are Eddie's the best guy ever, or Eddie was a great guy. I miss Eddie dearly.
Right.
And that really translated well to the fans. Even when Eddie was the dastardly when the Los Guerreros first came in, they were heels, right? They were supposed to be heels. But their vignettes are just so funny and so natural, and they showed a lot of personality that you just naturally loved Eddie and Chavo, especially Eddie. Enzo in that role he's naturally annoying and brags about being at the Mayweather fight or who he's hanging out with at a club in Los Angeles, or what have you. That's not only getting heat with the main roster, that's getting heat with the fans, where they think this guy is a total. I said this earlier too.
We're not being monetized, so right now we're
twat.
Right.
Yeah, he just comes off as a total twat. Instead of being the likable, hey, let's get behind him because he lies, cheats, and steals, he's a total twat.
So we agree that part 2 of this video, this area will be up next where we decide the winner.
Yep.